class, let's get started in week 11. Week 11 gets into some of the more technical aspects of search engine optimization. Excuse me. So we're going to talk about your landing page. I'll explain what that is if you're unfamiliar with the landing page. And then basic search engine optimization. In week 11, you'll also have your student evaluation. I point that out to strongly encourage you to fill that out. It is always extremely helpful for me to understand how the class goes from your perspective, and I try to make changes every semester based on this feedback. So please take some time to fill that out. For me, it's an important part. It's an important part for any course. I just want to make sure you understand. I welcome that feedback and try to make sure I respond and adjust every semester based on that feedback. So we'll jump into the first prepare assignment about landing page optimization and web page optimization. When you set up a Google ad, you are typically promising something very specific. You want to address the need that your product can meet, and that's what you're committing to. When they click on that, it is a test of your integrity as a company. That's what the customer is subconsciously evaluating. Can I trust this company? They got me to click on the link. What they're promising sounds good, but can they deliver? So your landing page should deliver on that very specific thing right away. You don't want to take your Google Ads and point them to your homepage, because your homepage is going to give a slightly broader appeal. It's going to show various things about your company and really get to the heart of who your company is and what you do. It's always good to have products right there available on your homepage. You want people to have action items there. But when you do a Google ad, you want something very specific. It's a specific product, specific need, and you want to deliver on that right away. I left some feedback like this on some of your websites on Project 2, but you will have just a couple seconds to capture a visitor. Online, things happen very, very fast, and people will make up their mind on whether or not they want to stick around on your website in 2 seconds or less. So this process will help you understand what a landing page is and how it can improve. I'll repeat, essentially the landing page is a specified page on your website, a custom page that you make on your website that your Google ad points to. Now, Google will do an assessment of this landing page, so it will play into your quality score, and it can actually help lower the cost of your ads. If you have an effective landing page, a higher quality score, Google will demand less of a lower bid price in order to win an ad bid and display your ads. So this can be really beneficial to your business overall. Your assignment here is to open a Word document and respond to these questions. Essentially talking about what you would change on one of your landing pages and analyze one of your landing pages. This also plays into Project 4. This is essentially one of the to-do items on Project 4. You'll have your discussion board along with your landing page assignment, and then we'll jump into basic search engine optimization. If you are unfamiliar with search engine optimization, essentially it is the process by which your website will be found by Google and other search engines. A lot of this is explained in the video, but if you're unfamiliar with how search engines work, we'll use Google as an example because they're by far the most popular, but any search engine will follow a similar process. Google will send out online what they refer to as spiders, or little bots, and these will crawl your website typically once every month or so, and they'll gather up all the information on your website and they'll take it back to Google, and Google will index that information and analyze it. And so this is obviously an automated process, as there's billions and trillions of points of information on the web. And based on what that finds, let's say you're targeting a keyword for t-shirts, and you want that's a very competitive arena online, and you want your website to pop to the top of a web search for t-shirts. Well, if you have certain keywords and there's other elements on the site, so it's a high quality site, it loads quickly, other people are referring to your website from their website, all those elements play into search engine optimization and make it so your website is going to rank higher up on those search results. Now, there are a lot of different things you can do to make sure your website shows up high on those search results. Google is frequently refining this process. They are very, very good at filtering out those who are trying to play gimmicks. And so if you pack your website full of a certain keyword, they will actually devalue your website because you're trying to play a game to get to the top of the search results. Google is ultimately looking for a high quality website, and that's what their algorithm is about. So this will walk you through the basic things of how to have a quote-unquote high quality website from Google's perspective. The power of search engine optimization is that you can drive just as much, if not more, traffic to your website than you would through Google Ads. But this is free besides the time you put into your website. But you're not paying for this. You can do this all yourself. And if it's set up correctly and you rank high enough in search results, you're going to get a ton of traffic to your website without spending a dime on advertising dollars. This is essentially what made Google is a lot of people for free could drive traffic to a website and earn a lot of money without having the expensive ads. So again, the video, the reading, this will all walk you through what are the basic things that you can do to be found, to make sure your website is found on Google. And then you'll open a Word document and write responses to these questions. There's a backlink checker from Ahrefs, and as I mentioned, that's what that's going to do. That's going to tell you how many other websites are pointing towards your website. Now that's okay if that number is 0 right now. This just helps you go through that process to know how many people are referring to your website, because that's a major way Google ranks websites. If a lot of people are pointing a link to your website, that means there's something on your website that's important, that's desirable, and we will actually do an entire assignment on this later on in the course because backlinks are so important. But this just gets you used to understanding how many backlinks are coming to your website, or inbound links is the other name for that. So that will be it for our second topic, search engine optimization. Of course, reach out if you've got questions, you've got your reflection, and then I'll remind you that student evaluator of instructor. I welcome that feedback and your thoughts on the course. Thanks, everybody.